Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rime of the Frostmaiden, a Patreon campaign. All the lovely people that you see here on the screen are Patreons. Shout out to all of our Patreons. Without them, all the things we do at this channel, one-shots, marathons, everything you can name would not be possible. So thank you very, very much to all of these people. If you're interested in more information on what you can get for being a Patreon, please use !Patreon in chat. We also have a YouTube. You can find all of the previous episodes of this campaign, Rime of the Frostmaiden, and our other campaigns over there, !YouTube for that link. Shout out to Epidemic Sound, royalty-free music at epidemicsound.com. We are also featuring Kevin McCloyd, found at incompetech.com. If you would like to interact with the game, there's a few ways you can do so. You redeem channel points for free just by lurking, chatting, hanging out, all that good stuff to grant a blessing or an advantage die to the player of your choice. Or if you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things to the player of your choice. You can use !Fate in chat for more info on that. We're going to go around and reintroduce everyone at the table. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and who you're playing today. And we'll start with Melly.
Hey, I'm Melly. I play Ina. I'm a Changeling Fey Wanderer Ranger, and I used to stream on Twitch. You can find me at MellyVT on Twitch. I don't really do it much anymore, but yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Hello, hello. Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to V.
Hello, I'm V, Vertigo Cross. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I basically play whatever kinds of games I feel like at the time, so it's usually some things you may or may not have seen. On our Wednesday streams here, I play as Clay, a Harengon fighter, and I try to just make sure my friends don't die horrible deaths.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to Mathis.
Hello, everyone. I am Mathis. It is lovely to be here. I am somewhat new to TTRPGs, but I am also deciding to jump into making one Until Our Hearts Succumb, released to be determined. But it's going to be awesome, and I'm really, really excited to make it. I previously played the individual that we now know as Sojourn. However, tonight I will be introducing you all to someone new in Rhapsody, and you will meet them soon.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And then we'll pop on over to Zombie.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie MZ. Whatever your name is yet to call me, I'm the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I do too many clips, that's up to your own discretion. Today I play Bam Nash, who's a nice little oak boy there. And we're set on some adventure. Coming up soon, there's a merchant that is in town, and they might have some awesome things to buy. Could it be a magical lamp? Could it be a rug? Could it just be a broom? Who knows? We'll find out.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And before we go to the recap of what happened last time, I would say thank you so much to Tim for a draw for every player at the table, including me. I'm going to go first.
Oh no.
Because I can. It's real simple. Easy to play this game. All you gotta do is tell me when to stop. I'll stop. Oh shit. What the? How's that gonna work? How's that gonna work? How's that gonna work? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. The kobolds drew the night card. That's gonna be an absolute fucking nightmare.
They get their own band of kobolds.
I forgot we had the kobold.
We have like 4 kobolds in our party right now, not including the players who are different kinds of kobolds. But alright. We'll start off with Ine. Please tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Clay.
Stella,
What?
you think this card's gonna be good?
Nope.
Stop.
Shit, that was a really good card. We'll have Rhapsody.
Stop.
Oh shit. Okay. And bam.
Stop, please.
Ooh, okay. Very cool.
Here's
All
where
right.
Stella was actually just tricking us the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
We got
All of them are
three-
just bad. Yeah, just all of them are bad.
3 talons.
No, it's good. It's really good. There are no duplicates in the deck. All right. So last time on Rime of the Frostmaiden, the most significant thing that happened was y'all had essentially lost track of Clay, and then the individual that you perhaps will now know as Sojourn. Can't remember if you signed the letter. It was just an S, right?
It was Sojourn.
Sojourn, okay. Learnus/Sojourn has left the party, and the group of you have made your way back into Tourmaline after investigating the mines. You had cleared them out, you fought a number of monsters, and you were able to befriend the local kobolds that lived there, that had come to live there. And essentially, you made conversation with the speaker of Tourmaline, and you were able to basically close out the quest. However, there is something else that keeps you here in Tourmaline. You have been, for perhaps 2 weeks in game now, seeking out an individual by the name of Sephek Kaltro. You know this person to have a reputation of being a killer, someone who seeks out individuals and takes them in the name of Arl, the Frostmaiden. And you don't quite have any evidence other than someone's hiring you to go look for them. And you have essentially been going through various 10 towns in search. You had found a flyer at one point, and it told you what you needed to know. Eventually, soon, Torgs, the wandering merchant, will make their way to Tourmaline. And that time is now. As you close up for the morning, bundling your belongings together, setting your beds as you begin to move out of the inn, you step out of the east side, and you know that from the sounds of folks moving about... I'm so sorry, hold on. My cat... Oh my god! Hey, buddy! 1 second.
I thought that was the sound of like a horse clopping in the background.
No, this is
like
my
Lucky.
cat! He
thought-
needs to be let out. 1 second.
Lucky.
I thought I was hearing Lucky. Hiya, stream.
Yeah, hi, Astrid.
I saw him walk toward their chair with chaos in his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I thought I heard meows, but I'm like, am I not hearing?
Yeah.
Like, am I?
Yeah.
Anyone
I think this
that...
is the first time we've been interrupted by a cat.
Yeah, well, usually I have the door open. I accidentally had the door closed. So, you know cats. They hate it when you close the door.
Yes.
Mhm.
So sorry about that. So we are leaving the east side. You say goodbye to Marta, who has essentially been tending the single fire that feeds into these sunken rooms that you have been staying in. She gives you a long smile, and you see her fingertips are playing with that shimmering ring that hangs around her neck, and she waves gently at you as you begin to make your way towards the market. You can hear the sounds of shops opening. There is a scent of something burning on the breeze. It's not necessarily hot food, but maybe something close to it. You get the sense that whatever feast that the hunters had brought in the night before, it has mostly been distributed, and essentially Tourmaline falls again into its normal state of being a barren place. You have a few minutes before you will make your way towards the clearing. Tourmaline is not a very large place, so you have a moment to decide how you want to approach this. Your task is to confront, perhaps even capture Sephek Kaltro, if necessary to take him out. But this is a very public place. What do you want to do?
Well, what do we think, gang? I haven't done too many. I don't remember doing too many things in public, but of this kind of nature. But I'm up for whatever you both think would just be good.
Is this a public gathering with like the two of them present, like Sephek, Kaltro, and Torgs?
Essentially, there is a small plaza here set between buildings. We will take everyone over to the map now. And it will be about here next to the town hall. So it is a very public space. And you can see that there are people coming around. We'll say that you are essentially down here. So you haven't quite rounded the street into the plaza. So you have an opportunity to make a plan if you like.
How tall are the buildings around us?
They are not very tall. Very few of these have second floors. Those are much of the much larger buildings. But essentially most of these are single story with wooden roofs.
Would like a 10 feet jump be high enough to get on top of one of them?
Yeah, absolutely. You could definitely, if you even wanted, just kind of like combo up your way up and climb up if you wanted to do that. Especially, Clay, you being a much smaller person, much lighter on your feet, you get the sense you could do this with no problem.
Right. Clay is going to use Rabbit Hop to just jump straight on top of some of the buildings and look around for this person.
Okay, can I get a perception check from you?
21.
21. With a 21, you can absolutely see that there is a marketplace up ahead about, let's say, 100 feet. And you see that banner, this ice blue cloth, worn and tattered with black lettering that says Torgs. You remember Torga Icevein to be a dwarven merchant, a wandering merchant, someone that is quite reputable among the 10 towns, enough to have their own space. You see that they are given a premium space in this marketplace. Next to them, the unmistakable image of Sephek Kaltro.
Clay is going to whistle to the others and then gesture in that direction.
Just a reminder of what Sephek Kaltro looks like.
A good guy.
He's hot.
That art.
He sticks out. You see everyone around you, your companions included, are all bundled in furs. It is freaking cold. You're chilled to your bones. But this individual, for some reason, their eyes almost seem to glow. They're so blue, and they have their sleeves rolled up, not a lick of fur on them.
Does he remind me of Kolskeg? Like the same. Doesn't care about the cold.
In a way.
Scenario.
But this person has a tan complexion, so they don't seem as pale and dead as Kolskeg.
Yeah, Kolskeg was dead. Ooh. I'm gonna like beckon the others over. Do we want to go for just taking Sephek out if we can? Or do we want to just like sit and watch what happens and then see if things wind down later? Like there are a lot of people around us right now.
Do you think that would be the better option?
I think we could cause a scene and probably end up all being thrown in prison. Or worse.
Yeah, I don't like that one. No.
Yeah, stay with me on this one. Or we take out Sephek quietly, and I take his place.
No. Yes, I like that one a lot. Or yes.
I guess you really can do that, huh?
I really can do that. I will also say I am slightly above wanton murder, so maybe let's just knock him out.
Oh. Yeah. I'm good with just knocking him out.
Well, then I'm gonna go keep an eye on him.
Okay. Is he just standing watch, or is he patrolling at all?
Clay would be able to tell you that he is essentially standing there. He will occasionally do a small patrol around the area, but he does not leave Torg's side very far. And you see Torg is just busy setting up the cart. Essentially, they've taken some wooden panels and are beginning to make a makeshift booth here.
Clay is going to start slowly making his way along the rooftops to get a bit closer.
Okay. Can I get a stealth check from you, Clay?
I'm good at this.
18. Okay. There is a moment where Sephek Kaltro's eyes begin to wander upwards and they are surveying the rooftops, and you manage to duck back in time before his eyes cross over where you are, and then he continues with his path. He doesn't seem to have noticed you. How long do you want to watch him? We'll say that it's about 9 a.m. right now.
So are they standing at like the intersection of a building in the middle of a plaza?
They are in the dead center of the plaza.
Okay, if we stay here for more than a little bit, he's not he's going to know. He's going to know that we're watching him because we're not moving. Like, if we're in plain sight and we're watching him, he's gonna know that something is up. I'm gonna pull Bam aside. I think that we should probably change our plan here. Instead of going, cool, let's like take his place and then talk to Torgs, do it the other way around. We're after Sephek.
Mm-hmm.
We might be able to get the Sephek through Torgs. If I can basically, if we can distract him long enough where I can pretend to be Torgs, then we can definitely make him like go somewhere. Honestly, I think if Torgs were to just book it across the plaza, Sephek would be like on their heels. We could get him on his own.
Is there an alleyway that's within his line of sight?
Not necessarily. Here, I'll just make a little dot. They're right here. Right in the middle.
Hmm.
So they can see the streets, but not necessarily any alleyways.
How do you suppose we go about this?
Here, we'll zoom in. Enhance.
How do you suppose we go about this?
I have a plan.
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna like it. In fact, I can guarantee you're not gonna like it.
I'm bait, aren't I?
You're not bait.
Oh, okay. Well then, what is it?
I'm gonna go and talk to him.
Oh. Yeah, no, I don't like that at all, but I'm gonna trust you.
Oh yeah, by the way, whenever I'm doing this, by the way, I am talking telepathically to Bam and Clay. Because I have that ability.
Mm-hmm.
Clay's gonna do a little intelligence check real quick.
Okay. What are you trying to figure out?
Trying to see if he's gonna do something stupid or not.
You rolled a 5.
I'm going to use a new skill I have.
Okay.
Oh,
I am going to use Manifest Echo.
Ooh. Okay. So
Well, attack.
Yeah, it's a lot. Essentially, within 30 feet, I can spawn a transparent clone of myself that I can use to take actions and switch places with.
all right. So as you tap into this, what does this look like? But specifically, what does it look like when you are feeling it, when you're really in your element? Because you drew the star card and you get to immediately add +2 to one of, sorry, +1 to one of,
+2.
no, +1, +1,
Plus
1,
two.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Get to add +1 to any one of your abilities. It cannot exceed 21.
The attributes like dex strength and all that.
Yeah, so if it's a 14, it becomes a 15.
Then that means dex is now 19. I had evens in all of my stats.
Yeah, you just gotta get another card. Easy.
So
Easy.
Clay is essentially sprawled out on the rooftop. The only thing really sticking out are his eyes and his ears. And he
And
just
even then,
starts
you have
to-
your pot helmet on.
yeah. He just starts to tunnel vision on Sephek Kaltro, losing complete focus of his friends and what they're even talking about as darkness kind of like creeps in along his vision. And within that darkness, you can sort of see Clay's own shadow split off and separate from him before sliding down, slipping up behind Sephek, and an almost ghostly, shadowy form of Clay popping up behind him.
Okay. Is it the same size and height of you? Is it almost a spitting image, but it's just ghostly?
Imagine like you were seeing a silhouette of Clay.
Okay. What do you do with this?
So I could do a lot of stuff with this, including attack. And Clay is going to attack Sephek Kaltro from behind with a swing.
Okay. I love this. Hold on. Where's my mouse?
Oh.
Ine, you are looking towards Sephek Kaltro, and you are considering just walking up to them. Just to start this conversation, you and Bam are exchanging glances, and when you look over to Sephek Kaltro, you realize, Ine, that Sephek Kaltro is looking right at the two of you. You have drawn the skull card. The next encounter is going to be more difficult.
Oh boy!
Oh no, I made it in
as,
the color.
okay, as Sephek is looking at me, I'm going to say telepathically to Sephek, you should really run. Just in the most knowing voice possible there. And if it's okay with Clay, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
You can see that Clay's echo, this shadowy, almost doppelganger of Clay, just attacks, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I feel like that's a green light, but I'm gonna move everyone over to this map here.
Shall we roll initiative?
Here, let me open the
I
tracker.
don't think that's necessary.
I don't have my token.
Bruh, where's the turn? Okay, there we go.
Oh, there I am.
Uh-oh.
Click token.
Make sure you click
Roll
your
initiative.
token.
29?
Okay. One
9?
second.
Hey!
29 here?
Yay!
Initiative, twinsies.
Okay, let's see. Bam, Clay, Emmeline, let me add you with a 29.
This feels like a fight that would be good to have 20s.
Oh, it's rolling me as Emmeline and not Nina. Right.
Okay. Rolling initiative.
Oh no.
Can y'all
No.
see that? No, you can't.
No.
I
I can see on the tracker.
I
Yeah, it's on
nat
the tracker.
20'd both of them. Okay.
Oh, great.
When I look at the crowd around, has anyone noticed immediately as this is starting?
That's a great question. Can I get Rhapsody to select your token, also roll initiative? When we get to your turn, we'll narrate what happens there.
Okay.
Yes, you can see that people gasp and recoil as they see this shadow version of Clay, which I'll put over behind.
Well, damn.
How do I make this? Yeah, the
Isn't there
purple one.
like the skull status or something?
Why do you want a skull?
Well, because you know it's like a ethereal thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright, you get the skull. Whoa!
Yeah.
Rhapsody also got a nat 20. Okay.
I know.
Hell yeah, 20 game.
Yeah.
The hero.
Look
I'm
at this
debating-
dichotomy here. 20 pluses and the 2
E- That's so funny. Ine 29, Rhapsody 24, Torga 23, Sephek 22, Clay and Bam 9.
9.
Hey, 9's a nice number. It's not
It's a
bad.
great number. Okay, yes. So essentially what you see here is there are people recoiling as they see this ghostly image. You know that magic is something that doesn't touch everyday lives of people here, so they don't know what they're seeing. And they begin to recoil and they point. And as your attack comes down, Clay, you see Sephek Kaltro suddenly manifests an ice sword in their hand and they bring it up and they block the attack. But they have their back to you now. They're facing towards your echo here. And that will begin combat. Ine, you get a free Dissonant Whispers roll here at the top of the turn order.
Yay.
that count
so
as
I'm
like a
going to-
regular attack?
Yeah, if you want to roll
The
it.
Dissonant Whispers? Because
Oh.
then that would be flanking, wouldn't it?
It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save? Okay. There are no flanking rules in 5e, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. That was a 14. Sorry, I don't know why it defaults to whispering. Never.
My DC is 14, so...
Okay,
yeah.
so they meet speeds, so they save.
Yep.
Is there any effect on saving?
So you like on save?
If it's a cantrip, then probably not.
It's actually an action. No, apparently absolutely 0 from this. Wow. Interesting. So he still hears it. He still hears the whispers coming out. I'm basically trying to make him scared. But as I see everybody noticing, I know that everybody really, really, really dislikes magic here. So I'm going to use the fact that telepathy can be heard by everyone around me. And I'm going to basically yell in the most booming voice I can, leave.
You see people beginning to scatter. The only people that stand their ground are Torga, Icewind, and Sephek Kaltro here. All
This
right.
is the most like blatant, open, but also stealthiest way we could have done this. Because no one actually has seen any of us.
All right. We start turn order now. Ine, it is your turn.
Cool. I am going to open with a regular attack. There we go. That's a 28 hit.
A 28 will absolutely hit. Sephek Kaltro's AC is 12.
Ah, okay. I don't think I can miss him. Right. That is 10 damage against him.
All right, 10 damage. Okay. He takes the arrow into the shoulder, and you see he goes, "Ugh," but doesn't budge very much. It's almost as if he doesn't feel anything.
It's 10 piercing and 1 psychic.
Okay. He looks straight at you as he takes the arrow. Anything else for you?
That is I'm going to bonus action ensnaring strike. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to bonus action ensnaring strike and knock another arrow.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Very good. Do I have to roll anything for ensnaring strike?
No, it's not being cast yet. Ignore that roll.
Okay. Very good. Rhapsody, you are here in the market. Describe to me what you look like and what was happening leading up to the moment where everyone started to run, screaming.
Yes. So, especially in the Icewind Dale, Rhapsody would stand out. They are a 6'8" tiefling with gothic gray skin, jet black hair, and brilliant amber eyes, almost like they were an Ace Mars. They have these black roses sort of cascading down where sideburns would be as tattoos. They are surprisingly tailless for a tiefling, and their horns have been seemingly replaced by this metallic sort of material, which also kind of covers the bridge of their nose and seems to have replaced their left hand. They come barreling from the south and yell, "Bam! Clay! Ine! I am a friend, an ally of Sojourn. Introductions can wait." They... Let's see.
From where you're standing, you would have clearly seen this arrow being shot by Ine.
Okay.
You would see the vision of Clay's echo behind Sephek Kaltro. So it wouldn't take very much to discern who their target is.
Of course. All right. 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, I will move by Torga.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right. Let me see if I'm doing this correctly. All right. So what I will do immediately is, as a bonus action, I will be invoking my Blood Hunter Crimson Rite, which basically will add damage to my attack rolls. And when doing so, when activating this, I roll a 1d4 necrotic damage dice to myself. Let me see. See if I can get it in there. All right. So yes. So I will activate that, and I will be rolling. Let's see, a d4, and take 3 points of damage.
Okay. Can you describe to me what this looks like?
Yes. So the hand of Rhapsodies that I described, it seems to be like biomechanical, as if they had clearly had work done on them by like an artificer. You see it sort of hiss as if steam is being released, and a red rune glows. This energy transfers into their greatsword that is made of a similar material, and the blade begins to become a bright red, as if it had been dipped in molten lava. And they are going to swing at Torga with this great sword.
So, just to let you know, as you're coming up and you have this menacing appearance, you have this molten-looking sword, and you're coming up at Torga. Torga immediately puts up their hands, and they're cowering down. They're like, wait. I'm not part of this. So you can redirect your attack if you want.
Rhapsody, upon that, Rhapsody will basically look at them with the most menacing glare they can muster and just say, "Leave now."
Okay, I'm on my way.
I believe I've moved my full 30.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't get any closer to Sephek Kaltro, and I am strictly melee. So let me see here. I believe I can. Is this an action or a bonus action? Boop-boop. Yes. Okay. So yes, I will use my Oh no, I already used my bonus action. This is a bonus action. So unfortunately, I will have to pass for now.
If you want, you can use your action to dash if you wanted to move up closer, but you can't make an attack and dash at the same time. So you could basically get into melee range this turn, and the next turn do an attack.
Yeah. I'll dash and move up to Sephek to hopefully become a secondary target as opposed to Clay.
So you come to a skidding stop in front of Torga. You're lifting up your sword, and Torga's just cowering. And then you continue just pushing forward, and you skid to a stop in front of Sephek. Excellent. Torga gets the fuck out of there. You just see Torga booking it, just grabbing their backpack, shoving as many things as they can into it, and then they begin to run, and they're leaving a trail of goods as they are abandoning Sephek here. Before we get to Sephek's turn, I want to say, welcome back, Adam, and thank you so much for the 3 card draws to zombie.
The trend continues.
Oh no.
I'm about to tell you, glad things are getting better, and you do this to me?
Tell me when to stop, zombie.
It's how Adam shows love, zombie.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Fine, I will do this. Let's see. Stop for that one.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one.
Good, I had a good feeling about that one. I'm manifesting that one.
You don't want this next one.
That was a bad one.
I warned you.
Okay,
He
V,
knows.
is this gonna be good or bad, V?
3 seconds, call it.
No.
God,
Yeah, I was giving you a bad one. I don't know why you trust me.
You got one good one.
I asked
though.
which one it was. I didn't trust you. I asked which one.
That was good though. You got one good. Okay. It is
1 out of 3. Woo!
I mean, they're
Look, the bad ones are only bad, but the good ones are good.
yeah. As Sephek hears Rhapsody come running up, you can see that they tilt their head to look over their shoulder briefly. They have a multi-attack. Very quickly, you see that Sephek will pull out, almost out of thin air, a dagger in their other hand, and they will attempt to stab the Echo of Clay here. Does a 14 hit your Echo?
No.
Ooh.
What does it look like when he tries to hit the Echo?
Think of it as kind of like stabbing through mist. Like there's points where it solidifies and it becomes darker, almost like an ink, but as Sephek swings through, it lessens and evaporates around the blade.
He curses something foul and dark beneath his breath, and he whirls around with that same dagger and tries to stab you, Rhapsody. Does a 14 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. You dodge out of the way as this dagger cuts the air where you were standing just a moment before. And that will be the end of his turn. Clay, it is your turn now.
I am going to use my action to dash to sprint up to him.
Okay.
Gonna pop right over here. There's now 2 rabbits.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to use Second Wind. Or not Second Wind, the fighter one.
Action
Action
surge.
Surge. Yeah. So I will regain my basic action and attack him.
Yeah.
Unless I say otherwise, Clay will be doing non-lethal damage in this.
Okay.
Go with this. That was damage. I need to roll the attack. Does a 14 hit?
14 hits. His armor class is only 12.
Here's the actual damage. 9.
Okay. As you stab at him, sorry, you hit him with the blunt side of your short sword here, You see that he takes the blow and there's very minimal response. He doesn't seem to be much in pain.
Then there's one other thing my echo can do.
Okay.
Up to my Constitution modifier, when I make an attack action, it can make an attack action.
Okay.
So it follows up with a swing right behind him.
Okay.
He did stop clicking that one.
23 is also a
23.
hit.
5.
5 piercing damage. You see your echo stab Sephek in the back, pull out this phantom weapon, and Sephek almost doesn't seem to react. There is no blood coming out of these wounds. What could that mean? Anything else for your turn?
That'll be it for now.
Okay. Bam. It is your turn.
Bam will do. Hold on. I measured how far he was. So that's where that is. Okay, so I'm gonna move up here to here. How long does that put me? Where does that put me in direction to him? 45 feet. I don't know if there is anything I could do. I could maybe. No.
You could dash to get closer, and then if you have any bonus action stuff.
I was thinking of dashing, yeah, because I don't really have anything that's... I don't have anything that's bonus action, but I've got, like, a lot of things that are, you have to be 30 feet to do it. So, and I'm still further past them, like 45 feet.
Yeah, you're not the person with the anti-material bow 60 feet away, just sniping them.
No. So, I guess I'll get right behind where Rhapsody is then, yeah, and then that'll be my turn, because I don't know exactly what else I can... Well, I'll be right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what else I can do, so...
As you come charging forward, you're making your way across the plaza, trying to meet up with the others and get into range. You begin to hear some. There's some kind of strange sound. You could swear that you hear it underneath you, something rumbling deep underneath the cobblestone plaza here. And as you're running, you're looking down. You don't feel any vibrations, but you hear something, almost a groaning of earth, something far, far away. You're looking around at the others as this is happening, but they don't seem to register it. They are locked in combat. Perhaps there's something about you that is sensitive to what's going on. Perhaps it's something else. You have drawn the Flames card. Something supernatural is going to begin hunting you.
Yay!
But I'm sure it's fine.
Congratulations,
I love how we all say yay to this.
Oh boy, new friend.
Oh my gosh. All right. Ine, it is your turn.
I'm going to... So is Torga still visible at all?
We'll say that Torga's about, 40 feet away.
I'm debating if I ensnaring strike Torga
You can if you want.
to keep them there, because they are definitely going to be somebody we talk to, even after we've killed Sephek. No, the most important thing right now is hitting Sephek, so I'm going to ensnaring strike Sephek Kaltro.
Okay.
Let's see. Bunch of different ones here. It's a... Okay. Yep. 26.
That's the hit.
Yep. And that is 10 damage, 7 piercing, 3 psychic.
Okay. As this arrow hits Sephek, you see again, they just kind of flinch a bit at the momentum of the blow, the arrow just sticking out of them.
Can I have a strength saving throw from Sephek?
Absolutely. Boop. It's a 12.
That is a fail. So a mass of vines spring up from the floor and wrap themselves around Sephek's feet. And they also take... I think they take extra damage from this as well.
You see Sephek trying to pull their boots up and the vines twist, turning around their limbs.
It's an extra 3 piercing damage.
Very good. You see that they are more or less ensnared in place now.
I'm going to move up.
Okay, very
Sorry,
good.
that was-
Rhapsody, at the start of your turn, thank you so much, Decisive DM Aaron, for the card draw and the nat 20 to Rhapsody. So, Rhapsody, you get to pocket that nat 20 at any point you want to have a natural success. Or, sorry, automatic success. Just let me know, but for now, tell me when to stop.
Stop, please.
Oh, shit, okay.
Ooh.
It's your turn.
All right. To begin with, I will do the other fun Blood Hunter thing and do my Blood Maledict, which is essentially a blood curse. And upon doing this, I can choose to amplify it, but I will not be doing that yet. Rhapsody in particular has the let me see. Oh my gosh, where'd you go? There you are. Okay, so I guess the exact one. There we are. Specifically has Blood Curse of the Marked, which means my Crimson Right, which is what is making my sword be molten-y. I roll a d4 hemo something dice. Blood Curse of the Marked allows me to roll 2 of those dice for extra damage as opposed to just 1. So I will activate that and target Sephek Kaltro.
Okay.
And then I will use my action to swing in with my sword.
Very good.
All right.
16 is a hit.
Okay, yes. So that will be 14 slashing from regular damage. And then I will be rolling 2 d4s for, and this will be fire damage.
Okay.
And 5 extra fire damage.
Okay. Again, you raise up your blade and you hit Sephek. Sephek doesn't seem to react at first, but then they look down at where you have struck them. The fire almost seems to melt away some kind of cold exterior on them. You see, instead of bleeding, melted ice, water begins to drip onto the ground. He looks up at you, and there is nothing but hate in his eyes, Rhapsody. The fire seems to have done something to him. He's feeling it now.
Good. And that is my turn.
It is Sephek Kaltro's turn.
He's really feeling it.
He's really feeling it. You see that he drops the ice dagger and it breaks away into mist before it shatters on the floor. As he lifts up the longsword that he was holding, he takes it in 2 hands and he will try to hit you, Rhapsody.
Oh shit, he's coming in with a versatile strike. Oh no.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yeah.
You take 6 slashing plus 5 cold damage.
Not if I intercept it.
Hey!
Hey.
Okay.
So-
What does this look like?
Clay just bounces into the way, deflecting the shield as much as he can, blocking 10 damage.
All right.
Excellent.
Barely skimming the blade away from Rhapsody.
You see that this shield comes bouncing up, Rhapsody, and the sword would have cut deep into your shoulder, but instead it slides down and just barely nicks your arm. You only take 1 cold damage here.
Ugh. Thank you.
But Sephek moves like a serpent and now has a multi-attack. 19.
Clay can't do it twice.
They move too quickly for Clay to respond, and they slash across your thigh here. You take 13 slashing plus 5 cold damage. That's 18 total here, 19 total for his turn. You okay? Ouch, crunchy. Clay.
I'm not suffering, but I'm not okay.
Clay. Thank you so much, Adam, for the 3 card draws to V. Tell me when to stop.
Not like this. Melly, I need you. Tell me when it's safe.
Go.
Now.
That was not safe.
Ah, how could you do this? Mathis, I need
Now
you.
it's safe.
Yeah, no. Debatable.
Wait, what do you mean yes, no?
Debatable. Do you want it?
Debatable safeness.
Can I have the one below it?
Okay, that was a good one. Okay, last one.
Stop.
Oh, shit. You've drawn this card
Wait,
3 times. Okay.
Hell yeah. Wait. So I usually
'Cause you
draw
have-
bad cards.
All right, that's fun. How exciting.
Is it more kobolds?
No, thank God. All right. It is now your turn, Clay. Thank you, Adam.
All right. I have a question.
Yes.
How do attacks of opportunity normally work? Is it just if the person takes any movement outside of engaged?
It is when they leave out of your melee range.
Would a shove be like if they get shoved out of it, would other people be able to take attacks of opportunity?
No.
Okay. So
Oh,
then,
also, any attacks against Sephek Kaltro also have advantage.
Oh, that's true.
oh,
He has really low AC.
I'm just
though.
going to do a basic attack.
Okay.
24.
Oh, also his attack rolls have disadvantage too.
Oh, very good. Okay, if that's true, then neither of those attacks would have hit. So, Rhapsody, you took 0 damage, actually.
It was
Oh.
just killer instinct. You know, it felt like you got hit.
Got
Yeah.
you.
It was the fear of the moment. So you're at full health. Okay, thank you. Sorry. With a 24, that hits.
5 damage. Piercing.
Alright. Very good. You stab
And
into him with the
that-
short sword, pull it back out. He doesn't seem to respond very much to the damage.
That is all Clay can do this turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bam! It is your turn.
I think Bam is going to use his brand new state-of-the-art light crossbow he got from his friend. And he is going to go ahead and he's gonna shoot it at Sephek Kaltro.
Okay. You have advantage here.
Yay!
That's a hit. 17.
17.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
7
Let's go.
damage.
Thunk! The crossbow bolt goes right into his belly, the soft spot that would hurt anybody, but he does not seem to respond very much to it.
Am I getting a sense that this isn't damaging him at all? Can I do
Oh
a
no,
perception
you
or
can
something?
see that it is physically damaging him. You don't have to roll anything.
Oh, he's just not showing emotion to it.
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
He's not getting angry over it.
He's not letting us know he's hurt.
There hasn't been a cry of pain quite yet.
Yeah.
Anything else for you?
Well, I'm like 3. I don't think. Do I get 2 attacks at 3?
No.
Okay, well then I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Ine, it is your turn.
And then I started blasting.
Yes,
I have
you did.
advantage, so I'm gonna. Yep. Okay, so
Okay,
26.
26 is a hit.
Mm.
Always worth re-rolling because it might be a crit.
Yep, that's what I was looking for. That is 16 damage, 12 piercing for psychic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I loosed another arrow straight directly into his chest this time. It just thuds into him. I'm assuming...
It thuds right where someone's heart would be. He just stares at you with cold, burning eyes.
Oh. I'm just going to... Oh, crap.
Sorry, it's just every time you say you do psychic damage with the bow, I know there's actual reasons for it, but my head just pictures Ine whispering like a little insult to the arrow and just sending it at them.
Oh, no, I don't need to whisper it to the arrow. I'm doing it directly into Sephek's brain.
I was about to say, you're holding the arrow, you're like, you little bitch. And then he's like, pew!
No, I fire it. It lands, hits them, and then I go, hey, how'd you like that, bitch?
Emotional damage.
I have 4 emotional damage on top of all of my attacks.
Yeah. Very good.
Yep.
You see at this point that Sephek's body has been peppered with these various attacks, and this would definitely have taken down a normal person. There's something strange going on with Sephek Kaltro here. Anything else for your turn, Ine?
That is it for my turn.
Okay. Rhapsody, it is your turn.
Okay. All right, so Rhapsody is surveying the field of battle and is already proud of their new comrades. Sojourn's memories of them are holding so true. And with this vigor, she will follow through for another attack on this dastardly foe. All right.
Okay.
13.
Roll another attack, see if it's a crit.
Okay.
You have advantage.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have
yes.
advantage because of the ensnaring strike. 17. Okay, so you will take the first damage, so 13 damage here.
Okay, and then I will roll 2d4s for extra fire damage.
Okay.
All right, that's an extra 4 fire.
All right.
13. Or
You
17.
see, as it gets to be your turn here, Rhapsody, you are about to go in for a strike. You see the arrow landing from Ine's shot, and there's almost this crackling, this freezing of the air, ice closing in on the wounds. But you strike again with your sword. The fire almost bursts over the surface of their clothes, and that crackling, that regeneration seems to stop. Again, instead of blood, you see water dripping down to the ground. The fire is absolutely doing something, but he is still up. It is not...
Rhapsody will lock eyes and yell, "Do you yield?"
Sephek looks you dead in the eyes and says, "No." And with that exhale, you see that almost like a wind blowing, they are going to use their bonus action to Misty Step.
As he says no, the vines tighten on him and deal the beginning of his turn damage.
Okay, how much is it?
It is 3.
3. Okay. You see
Little
that he
bitch.
Misty Steps. Fuck, you're too far away. Okay. Behind Bam.
Oh.
So in almost a blizzard of a gust, you see snow whip up and he reforms behind you, Bam. And he's going to try to drive this longsword into your back. 22 hits you.
Unfortunate.
So you take...
Isn't it disadvantage?
Oh, you're right. It's a 9 does not hit you. Thank you so much. Sorry, I have a migraine. I'm having a hard time keeping track.
It's all good. He can use an action to break out of it, but it's only an action to break out of it, nothing else.
Well, he
Uh-huh.
stabs me on that one too.
Yeah, so he moves a little too clumsily. We'll say that he hasn't fully formed all the way from the Misty Step. He tries to attack you, and bam, you see this sword come over your shoulder, this sword made of ice, and then it pulls back, and he attacks again. And with an 18, he will hit. You take 11 slashing damage and 5 cold damage here as he stabs you in the back.
Okay.
Or Bam. Every fight goes really well, and then an enemy looks at Bam and they almost die in one hit. Every time.
Uh-huh.
How you doing?
It's the wizard curse.
Hold on. -2.
Okay. You all see as so in D&D 5e you don't go below 0, so you just 0 hit points.
I always do that sarcastically.
Oh, okay. Hee hee ha ha.
If it never comes off that way, I apologize.
Sorry.
But every time I go negative, it's just to push forward that I've just been damaged really to 0.
Double dead.
Yeah,
dead.
it really hurts. As you all see Sephek Kaltro pull the sword out, Bam falls, crumpling to the ground, bleeding from his wounds. Clay.
At any point during my turn, I can move the echo up to 30 feet at no cost. I'm going to put the echo behind him. And then for a cost of 15 of my own movement, I can swap places with it.
Okay. Does it make this sound? So I think it was Naruto when he does the clone thing, it makes like a little popping noise. What kind of noise does it make when you switch with your clone?
That's not a good sound. It's kind of like liquid pouring down a drain as the shadow melts into the ground and clay pops up out of it.
That's a good sound. I like that sound. Okay.
And then I'm going to attack him.
Do it.
13.
13's a hit.
7 piercing.
How do you knock him out?
Clay appears behind, probably a little faster than he expected, jumps up behind him and hits him in the back of the head with the pommel of his short sword.
You hit him with a sickening crack, and he collapses to the ground. You see that the strange effect by the fire damage, eventually it begins to subside and the wounds begin to close up. The body is tightening, ice forming around the head of the bolt and the arrows and the various slashes in his body, but he is unconscious. And we are effectively out of combat.
Ina is running forward and pretty much immediately binding this guy's hands.
Clay and second
Trust
Clay
him.
run up to Bam.
Bam gets sandwiched by Clays. You can see that Bam is bleeding out. And
We'll
dying.
start with stabilizing him.
Okay. Since we're not in combat, you just do it. What does it look like as you are stabilizing Bam?
The shadow is holding his wounds closed while Clay is trying to tighten a bandage around him.
Very good. Is Clay experienced with this sort of thing? You look like you know what you're doing.
No, but he's had to do it a lot because no one else knows how.
Ina can bandage. Ina can bandage things and does know how to do this, but just is deliberately going for Sephek instead.
Mm-hmm. Ine, go ahead and roll me a survival check. Let's see how well you bind Sephek. Rhapsody, what are you doing? You see the two Clays are currently working on Bam. Ine is restraining Sephek.
I have advantage on this because he's one of my favorite enemies.
Yep.
Oh wait, is he a humanoid?
He's undead.
Then no, I don't. Yeah. 15.
Okay. You're pretty confident with the knot.
Rhapsody would simply, for now, just be surveying and kind of studying these people that they kind of know but don't, as oddly as it sounds. And just sort of waits for them to take care of what they need to before bothering them.
Okay. So, Clay, you get the sense that Bam is no longer in danger of dying, but he is very badly wounded. Bam, you can go up to 1 hit point, but you are unconscious. Roll me a d4.
Who?
Me.
Bam.
Bam. Yeah.
Okay. Where's my dice? There's my dice.
And Ine, you can see that
Damn it.
Clay has taken care of Bam. Bam, you will wake up in 1 hour.
Okay.
Okay.
Seeing that Bam has stabilized, Clay high fives himself. And with that, the shadow reattaches to his feet and becomes a normal shadow again.
I love that so much.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna have way too
Uh,
much fun with this.
Without
Rap-
even
rap-
turning around, I'm
Rhapsody-
still. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
Without even turning around, I've just finished trussing up. I fully trust Sephek Kaltro. It's not just like arms tied. Like I've almost hog tied him at this point. And without turning around, I'm going to Rhapsody be like, "Good fighting. Who are you?" To the head, like into the mind.
You're not able to detect thoughts, just send them, correct?
It's purely telepathy.
Yes. All right. So in that case, out loud, Rhapsody will sort of
You can
approach.
respond.
Oh, okay. Rhapsody will choose to respond telepathically and say, "As I told you, I know a mutual friend, and they sent me here in a manner of speaking. Sojourn, I believe you most recently knew them as."
I did, yes. Interesting that you should join us here. Come give me a hand with Sephek here. I'll explain what's going on with all of this.
And hopefully I'll be able to explain the odd events that have led me here.
So as you say this, I appreciate the effort, zombie, but I'm about to give you a little scene here. Sorry.
Never mind then.
I'm sorry. I applaud
Oh, no.
you. Here, you can.
I'm like, you know what? I'll just do the thing, and I'm like, cause I'm gonna be out for an hour canonically.
No. We're you can have a pocket inspiration for your effort, so you get a free
Aw,
blessing.
thank you.
We just see Zombie unconscious in the background for an hour.
Zombie, sorry, Bam.
Mhm.
Bam, you
Yep.
find your consciousness spiral into darkness as you are bleeding out, you are dying. You no longer feel the sensation of the floor beneath you. You no longer hear the rumbling of the deep, deep earth. You can't feel Clay's hands on you as you slip away. But you find yourself temporarily somewhere else. What would a safe place look like to Bam? Somewhere that he would either call home or find sanctuary.
Just for clarification, would it have to be his adult form, or could it be at any point in his life?
Up to you.
Okay. Then I'll say he probably is back at childhood right now.
Okay.
In his parents' house. Yeah, he's at his parents' house in his childhood.
There are soft smells that fill your senses, cooking that is familiar to you, flavors that give you comfort. You recall a memory. You had fallen and hurt your knee, and someone is tending to you. In this vision that you see, you can't quite make out their face, but you can feel the warmth of their hands as they begin to apply a bandage on your skinned knee. You find this... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can I can't see their face, but can I see the rest of their features?
Yes, it's someone who you would consider as a guardian. Who is it?
Okay. His grandfather.
You hear the deep, rumbling laugh of your grandfather as he goes, I told you, that rocky path is as precarious as any spell. Never once has it been a sturdy one. I am not surprised you have fallen. But I am proud of you for picking yourself back up.
Thank you, Grandpa. And he'll kind of just he'll kind of laugh and go, kind of funny that you refer to the magic as I'm kind of happy that you've been so supportive of me trying to jump into magic, as I know you were really a proud fighter. So but I'm trying. And he'll look at his knees like, I guess I'm not as tough as you could be, but I hope to be.
He puts a big, strong hand underneath your chin and lifts it up so you look him in the eyes. And he says, you are much stronger than you give yourself credit for, Bam. It takes a strong person to try again, especially when it's painful. But I need you to know I'm not going to always be here.
Yep.
I'm not going to be here to answer all of your questions. Questions. You've always had questions. It's natural for the scholarly mind, the inner workings of the things that taunt you. Questions. You see his eyes beginning to glow. And for a moment, there's this jarring sensation breaking the moment, this sweet recollection of something that happened. And you are somewhere between space and time. Questions. His voice seems to split apart. And you see your surroundings melt away. And it's just you and it's just him, but you're not a little boy anymore. You are sitting in this chair and he is standing opposite from you. What is your question, Bam? You have drawn the Vizier card. You can ask one question, and I will give you as forthcoming of an answer as I can.
He'll kind of look over at him and he'll say, Grandpa Yater, Am I on the right path to helping solve this mystery that I've been with my friends? And I guess he'll explain a little bit here and there exactly what's all been going on, just in case. And he'll say, this is like the second or third time. I don't remember being this weak, and I've fallen, and am I going the wrong way? And he'll just kind of get upset because he sees his grandfather, who he's told he'll get stronger and stronger, and for whatever reason now it just seems like he's just not.
As you look up to him, his features are familiar, but his eyes are not. There is an infinite depth to them, almost like starlight bursting forward, and you can't quite meet his gaze because it is too intense. He says instead, strength comes in many forms. There is no one way about it. You are stronger than you were before, and you are on the right path. You just need to dig deeper. Dig. And slowly, it begins to melt away, and you remember the rumble. You remember the deep groan of the earth, something far, far beneath the snow. And you wake up. You remember the cold, And as you blink away the frost on your eyelids, you see Clay. You see this new person, a tiefling that you have never seen before. You see Ine, and you see Sephek Kaltro. I'm going to say that you are all no longer in the middle of the plaza. I imagine you have moved somewhere more discreet.
Oh, I've definitely dragged Sephek over to like a quiet alleyway at the very least.
Is anyone strong enough to carry Bam?
Yeah.
I have 8 strength, so
Oh,
Clay's
okay.
got a nice healthy 12.
He's a strong.
Rhapsody's pretty big and her strength is 18, so
Oh,
I've
okay.
got 20 dexterity, so like I could technically do the fireman carry thing, but like yeah.
Okay.
You wake
Then
up
yeah.
and you have been put into a comfortable position. You can tell that they have taken care of you. You wake up and your back fucking hurts, but you realize very quickly that there's a bandage.
I'm handing Bam a cold ration, just like, and out above the table, subtly encouraging you to take a short rest.
As soon as Clay sees you wake up, he's going to hop towards you and give you a big hug around the neck. A little too tight.
It hurts. This fluffy hug hurts.
I'm normally appreciative of this, but it's kind of hurting.
Well, then stop getting stabbed.
Not as easy as one would think.
We really have to invest in some good armor for you.
Yes, I for sure need some better armor.
You see that it is around this time that Sephek Kaltro is also regaining consciousness. You hear a low groan as he begins to shift inside of his binds. And slowly those eyes open, and as they open, you see the piercing blue, almost burning, impossibly bright. And they
Sexy.
flick around, looking at all of you.
I pull out my short sword and draw it across his throat. As this happens, I'm basically just standing over him with my sword at his throat. Don't do anything that you're going to regret, okay?
Who are you?
Another question is, who are you and what have you been up to?
Real quick. I need to do an intelligence check.
Oh, God. That didn't go
Oh,
very
boy.
well last time. Actually, it went super well, actually. Well, no, Bam almost died. That was
Clay's
a
gonna shout out
16.
his name. As soon as he asks, who are you? Clay just goes, I'm Clay.
You see Sephek's eyes just kind of flick away from you, Ine, to Clay, and Sephek sneers as he looks you up and down.
He waves a
You,
little.
Clay, in Clay's mind, you just hear Ina go, shush, please. Does Vertigo know where this is coming from at this point? Because it does sound like Ina.
I think he has a rough idea, but he's always so focused on what's in front of him, it catches him off every time.
Yeah. I press the knife against Sephek's throat. Not enough to cut or anything, just like pressing against it so he knows it's
Threatening.
there. Like, again, who are you and what have you been up to lately? Because you're a person of interest.
Depends on who you ask. I'm just doing my job.
As are we, so this is not really anything personal.
No. I get that sense with you. How about this? You let me go, and I won't kill you.
Laughable, honestly. The person who hired us was Hiln Trollsbane, right?
Yes.
Yes. What did they actually request of us exactly?
It's a
You're
good
debating how
question.
much you tell us here.
Back to the diary.
Back to episode 1. Let's see. A retired bounty hunter named Hlyn Trollbane said she took it upon herself to investigate recent murders because no one else, not even the Council of Speakers, can be bothered with studying characters closely. Said Sephek Kaltro works for a small traveling company called Torgs, owned and operated by a shady dwarf named Torga Icewind. Sephek gets around. He's charming, makes friends easily. He's a bodyguard. His victims come from the only 3 towns to sacrifice people to the Frostmaiden on the nights of the new moon. So she thought that Sephek is working for the Frostmaiden and will pay you 100 gold pieces to apprehend him, ascertain his guilt, deal with him, preferably not involving the authorities. Come back for your money.
Amelia just noticed something. Okay, so as he's like saying, "How about you let me go?" I'm just going to respond. Do we know the names of any of the dead?
No.
Okay. I'm going to just speak directly into his mind for the rest of this, just to psych him out. And I'm going to like again push down and say, "How about you tell us what's been going on in the towns where people have been, dying? And I'm pretty sure you know why." Just like as I'm saying this in his head, I'm like staring him directly in the eyes. Um, you give us information on that,
Can you roll
and we
me
make
an
Mhm.
intimidation?
Yes.
Investimation.
Sorry, my head hurts. 12.
Do I have any blessings at all?
I think you have a nat 20. Let's check.
You do
You
have
do.
one net.
I
20.
do.
You have a 1 nat 20.
Can I nat 20 it?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and take that off
Yeah.
the sheet.
got it.
So describe to me how you strike fear into this man's undead heart.
I call back to when I did Dissonant Whispers earlier, and I basically do the same thing without intending to like actually damage. And I use the fact that I can speak to him telepathically to threaten him saying this while also speaking it into his mind, like echoing.
You see his eyes go wide, and the bright ice fire of his irises almost seem to flicker as fear etches onto his features. You see that he begins to slowly slump against the wall where he has been restrained here in the alleyway. I'm only doing what has been bade of me. I've been serving the Frostmaiden. It's for the good of all people. Do you know what some people do in order to avoid what they must? Their sense of duty? People have been paying off speakers, their leaders, to be taken off the list of candidates so they don't get sacrificed. How selfish is that? They don't care
it's
about
more-
the natural order of things.
I think it's more telling that people have such a people are gripped so by the Frostmaiden. Why do towns turn why is it that towns turn to sacrificing people as opposed to warmth and other things that are far less severe?
As you say that, he laughs, and it is an evil sound. A sound of someone who has very little humanity left in them. And he says, some places don't have anything else left to give.
Rhapsody
As he
will-
says that, oh sorry, do you want to go?
Rhapsody, upon hearing this, will this entire time they've been just staring daggers at Sephek, and sort of feeling the vibe that Ine has. They'll stare Sephek respectfully straight in the eye for what's about to happen and say, "It truly saddens me that instead of being a guardian like my friends here, you chose to dedicate your life to a despot."
Clay ruined the mood.
Clay can ruin the mood.
Clay has slinked up while everyone is looking at Rhapsody and is now right beside Mr. Kaltro. Excuse me, are you friends with that Frostmaiden?
You can see that he has been recoiling from both Ine and Rhapsody bearing down on him. But at that, he turns his head slowly to you, Clay. And there's almost pride that wells in him. He almost seems to straighten a bit. And you can tell from the way he looks at you with these eyes, these frost-ridden eyes. She has given me her blessing. I am doing what I must to save all of you.
I know it sounds odd to say, Clay, but I know from Sojourn that you try to see the best in people, but this man is truly lost.
I mean, how can you know that when we don't know the other side? Have any of you
Son.
met this Frostmaiden?
No, but the side he is on takes people away from their families and the ones they love. In the middle of the night, maybe. Perhaps. And they never see them again. And this man was a part of that. I don't want to continue some sort of vicious cycle, but I don't see another choice.
Yeah, he frowns a bit at that and puts a paw on Sephek's shoulder. Why is she doing this?
Some say that something was taken from her. Some say that we deserve it. At the end of the day, the land has been changed, and a price needs to be paid. A balance must be struck, and those who try to cheat that balance, they are the ones that need to be punished.
He's going to look at Ine and then Rhapsody, giving them both like really big, pleading eyes. And then look back and say, does she know? Do you know why she's been awakening these animals? Why? Is there any way we can talk to her?
Awakening the animals. You do not know what you are speaking of. That is the work of some other force. The Frostmaiden does not have time to deal with animals.
Unless they're people. Right?
You see Sephek kind of tilt his head, looking at you level. There's no fear on his face anymore. I'm just doing what I need to do, and I'm not going to stop.
I believe you.
So do I.
And Emmeline is, Ina is really, really considering this. Having lived through a bunch of the rounds of sacrifices in Bremen, having basically had the Frostmaiden be the ever lingering, like, overarching threat to everyone. Ina is furious right now. Isn't showing a single bit of it. Internally is screaming. Actually gonna roll this.
As
Gonna
as this moment rises to this tension, even with unspoken words between everyone, you can feel it in the air. You hear the sound of people around you. A few people walking by are peering down the alleyway and they see the group of you. You get the sense that you don't have as much privacy now, as people are returning back to the plaza.
I'm going to, before I leave, I'm going to pull the short sword away from Sephek's neck, take a deep breath, and stab him in the leg.
You stab him in the leg, and you hear the thunk of the metal as it hits the ground going through the meat of it. He doesn't even flinch. He just looks at you.
Rhapsody will, and has not stopped blocking gaze with him, will say, look at him and say, if it were not for the small one. I'll put it
Ina
simply and say, next time I see you, I will kill you.
Ina just looks at him with pity and walks off. He's still, the short sword is still in his leg. She's not picking it up. She's just gonna walk off, and basically, she's going to bring her hood up, and she's going to change into, let's say, the shopkeep from what was our previous town? What was the big one again?
Bryn Shander was the biggest one.
Yeah, the shopkeep from Bryn Shander. She's gonna change to them.
Okay. So, for Bam, Rhapsody, and Clay, you see Ine step away. Sephek Kaltro is restrained and has a sword through his leg. What do you want to do here?
Clay is going to gently pull the sword out.
He doesn't seem to be disturbed by it at all. It takes a little bit for you to pull it out of the stone, but you have a short sword now. And he's not even bleeding.
Rhapsody is posted up just in case.
Yeah, Ina knows for a fact that wouldn't have hurt him or done anything except restrain him more. That's what Ina wanted.
He's gonna look at the short sword for a moment, holding it in both hands, and then look back at Sephek and just sadly mutter, "Are you sure there isn't another way? You said she's missing something, right?"
What exactly? Even I don't know.
He frowns at thought in thought at that. Is there any way to find out? There has to be a path outside of death.
You could try to find her and speak to her, but I don't think that even you would be worthy of her.
Who are you to say who's worthy of her?
He looks you up and down. Well, one of us has been blessed.
Blessed. You call this blessed?
The forever biting cold is warded off by her embrace. Clearly I am on the right path, if she deems me worthy of her gift. I feel no cold, I feel no pain.
I have not been in this place for long, but I disagree. I believe that Oral is not worthy of the people in this place. And you are not worthy of whatever twisted curse she's put upon you. If you consider it a boon, I would not.
Bam, can you roll me an Arcana check?
Can I do a history check for things like adventurers might have gossiped about?
Yeah, go ahead. With a 9, Bam, you aren't quite sure. There's
Two.
some obvious magic at work here, but it could be anything. With a 2? You've heard it sucks to live in Icewind Dale.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that a
And
lot.
Arl is mean.
Clay is go. Oh,
With my knowledge of, so now that I'm up close and I've stabbed him several times, would I know that he's not living at this point?
Oh, yes. It's pretty
Yeah.
clear to everyone that he is undead.
Yeah. Are you call this a blessing? You say it's a boon from Aurel, and yet you've been stripped of your humanity. How can you call that a blessing? Sure, you can't feel the cold, but you can't feel anything anymore.
Roll me a nature check.
Ooh. We're not on my favorite terrain, so I don't get proficiency.
when Inez says that, Clay gently holds a paw to Sephek's face, like his cheek.
Hmm?
Can you really not feel?
I feel nothing. Nay rolled a 5. Don't
Yep.
worry about it. I'm trying. I'm just dangling the carrot. I'm trying.
May Rhapsody roll a history check as well?
Sure. Go for it.
Throw it off!
There we go.
19. Okay. With a 19 history.
Shotgun blast rolls.
You've heard stories about winter spirits. There was a story that a winter spirit possessed the body of someone who was dying. And you think that maybe that's what's going on here. it's possible that this has nothing to do with Arl's blessing.
I may not be from this land, and may not be as familiar with your maiden as you. But my profession leads me into discovering many types of spirits, demons, all variety of monsters. This boon you believe you have been given by your mistress deity, it's likely that a spirit of cold worked its way into your body one night when you were sleeping, and since then, you've never been the same.
Roll me a persuasion check. That's on that one.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, you guys have been threatening to execute him this whole time.
Yeah, you see his chest puff up. No. I am blessed. And I will continue to do work in her name.
I get the sense that he's not going to stop.
No.
He's too far gone.
He verbally said as much himself earlier.
I mean, he verbally said as much. However,
multiple ways.
Ina is
have
is
any nat
currently the
20s?
shopkeeper.
You
Ina
have
is
like
currently the-
3.
Yeah,
I
Ina's
have
currently
one.
the shopkeeper,
Yeah.
but
That's like 3.
is gonna just like upon hearing that, is going to just turn into Sephek Kaltro, and is going to kneel down in front of Sephek, put their hand on Sephek's shoulder, and just look at them and go, "Well, if you're not going to stop, then what choice do I have?" In the exact same cadence as Sephek.
Okay. Can I get... Can you roll me a d20, Melly?
Absolutely. A 3.
I rolled a 1. Okay. So as you say this, you see Sephek's hand begin to frost over as he summons another ice dagger. In one flick of his wrist, he cuts the rope and he is beginning to free himself.
I'm going to immediately use I'm immediately using Dissonant Whispers on him.
Okay.
Am I able to react to this?
Let's get Ine's thing to go first because basically has 1 hit point.
Give me a Wisdom saving throw.
He rolled a dirty 20.
Roll a dirty 20. He's going to take half damage on this anyway.
Well, it's more than 1. So,
Yep.
yeah.
5 damage.
So tell me what it looks like as you knock him unconscious again.
As he flicks up and breaks his bonds, I raise my hand and grab a thread into a fist, and his head erupts in pain, and the only thing he feels is pain and fear as he completely blacks out. He's out before he hits the floor. He slumps over and slides down against the wall he was propped against.
Clay, you can see in the moment right before he gets knocked out from Ine's attack, he was about to swing on you and bring the dagger down on you, but instead he collapses to the ground.
I think we give him too many chances.
He's still being given a chance. He could still wake up.
I feel like we're missing something. I feel like there's supposed to be a way here that we aren't seeing.
You will
I don't know what-
remember that the quest didn't say you have to kill him. You can just bring
can
him
apprehend him.
back.
Look, we got him weakened like this. We can bring him back, have a little bit more time to see if maybe we can change the way he sees this.
I think we're gonna have to keep a really close eye on him. How far away? By the way, what's the current time?
We'll say that it's probably like 11 a.m.
In the morning?
Yep. It's only
Okay,
been
yeah.
a few hours.
Okay, how far away are we from where we need to take him?
Let's bring you all back to the
I think
world
we're
map.
quite far away.
You are several
Towns.
away.
So we're like 3 days away.
Yeah. So y'all are currently in Tourmaline, and you have to go back to Bremen.
Oh, it's in Bremen. Oh boy.
So you have to essentially make your way through Targos, and then you have to go across the ice caps. Remember, the path between Bremen and Targos is not fully paved out. It's basically wilderness.
Yep. If we were to load him onto the if we was to load him onto the sled and bring him, how long would that take?
With the sled,
Clay has also discussed trying to see if there's any chance of getting a wagon or a carriage here.
I have an idea. Ina is going to just say this immediately to the party. I have the ability to impersonate Sephek. How about I send Torga to Bremen with our funky little troublemaker, let's say, in a box.
Are you sure you really want him out of your sight, though?
No, I don't. I don't want him out of my sight for a second.
Clay is going to hold the short sword back out to you.
Thank you.
This isn't giving him a chance. Just give me a chance. And if I can't, if he breaks out, or if I can't convince him, then there was nothing we could do. And I won't stand in the way again.
I assure you that my blade will fall.
Okay, there. Tall and deadly. Okay. We did come here for Sephek Kaltro. That was not our only motivation, but it was the reason we left Bremen.
Zombie, did you want to say something? I think you were muted.
Yeah, I thought I was muted. I apologize.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You can just see in the background that Bam has just been kind of looking angrily at them, and you can just kind of see in the palm of his hand a little bit of fire kind of glow here and there.
He's a little outnumbered.
I don't want to be the one to make this decision, because if it was up to me, he would already be gone. There's a reason I didn't just kill him there. And it's out of respect for you, Claire. I don't think there is any way to change his mind. Don't think there's any way that this can be done. I think if we release him, or he's no longer in custody or anything, he will just go right back to doing exactly what he was doing.
I agree.
Which is going to be all of that. We could just kill him, and it would make things significantly easier. This is a very unforgiving place. But yeah.
My question would be, is there any benefit in taking him into where we were supposed to take him into alive? Can it help anybody in any way? Because if it can help anybody and it can help the situation and it can get us more answers like Clay was trying to get, I think it's worth it. If not, let's just kill him off.
I don't think it will gain us any answers to what on earth the Frostmaiden's designs are, like what they're even doing, why they're giving boons, because I don't think that we're going to be able to get anything useful out of them.
No.
But I do
believe-
think that we can give the people of Bremen like an idea of what's going on. We can give our sponsor stuff.
Mhm.
That said, it's an unbelievably arduous journey if we're going to be taking a captive with us who can probably break out and kill us.
So it sounds like killing him is probably the best route then.
It's a difficult choice.
As far as information is concerned, he will likely be just as cryptic, just as filled with the zealot fervor for Aurel. I don't think it would benefit anyone to try and keep him captive, find an advantage. There isn't one.
I think this has to be a vote. I just nearly killed him, so I think it's probably not appropriate for me to be in this one. But I think we should vote on it. Those in favor of killing him?
Clay's going to lock eyes with Bam. This isn't just how I feel. It's like something in my soul is screaming that if we don't try a little more, we're gonna regret it. That something's gonna be missing. Something's gonna be too late.
You see Rhapsody have a single tear fall from the corner of their eye, but as odd as it is to say, that tear is not coming from her, that tear is coming from Sojourn. And she says, as I said before, Clay, I am strangely familiar with your compassion, but and I know you try to see the best in people. But you have to understand that the world is not so black and white. That just as some monsters are people, can be people, just as likely people can truly be monsters, if that makes any sense. I wish there were another way, because I know this will hurt you. But he'll hurt so many other people.
Clay takes a big, deep breath, straightens his back. Eyes of gray steel stare back at you. In this world of monsters, then who's supposed to be the hero?
I stopped believing in heroes a long time ago. But you make me start to rethink that. She'll kind of smile a little bit. My mind is made up, though. Their face returning to the stern appearance it had before.
Clay, that is why I brought up the idea of bringing him in and as a capture and bringing him, asking if it was worth it to bring him back and to put him into custody, have them question him, get any information out of him, because I knew how much it meant to you that we bring him in and it brings some kind of possible justice. If indeed we can bring him in and it can stop either some terror of killing, or can lead us to more answers of this Frostmaiden Queen, or anything that can be benefit to not only us but the rest of the land, then yes, I'd love to bring him in. But if, let's just say, we start to bring him in, he does escape from us, maybe gets away, starts killing more people, we are no closer to any answers. Do we really want to continue that? Do you still think it's worth it with that?
I was taught not to think about how down the line someone could die. I was taught to think about how right in front of you, you could save someone.
I do remember saying to you not just last night, no less than 24 hours ago, that you are the heart and soul of this place. You are a very kind and gentle soul, and that I need to learn to be better, just like you. I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're gonna vote that we keep him alive and turn him in.
Clay nods.
I'll stand with you, Clay.
You see him almost collapse as tension leaves his body.
Ina lets out a little sigh and smiles at this.
If we can keep him, I am worried that we can keep him tied up and with us in custody, but I assume maybe enough of us can knock him out long enough to where we can drag him into some kind of custody. Now the only question becomes, do we find a carriage? Do we drag him on the sleigh with Blueberry trotting away? How are we going to go about this? And if we do use the sleigh, how are we going to move the kobolds around?
I like to imagine it's here where we have a smash cut and you have all somehow transported Sephek Kaltro into your VIP stable and you're all standing in a line. Sephek Kaltro is just unconscious at your feet, and in front of you, standing on the sled in a line, are the 4 kobolds, and they're all like standing there holding their chins.
Thinking.
I like to imagine I've hit Sephek Kaltro with such a wild, like, mental, I guess, explosion that he is not waking up for some time.
No, several hours.
An emotional burst.
Yep. And I could do another of those the second he wakes up.
So, for logistical sake, the sled being drawn by Blueberry, it is rather small. You will only be able to fit 4 kobolds or 1 dude. You have to choose which one you want to be exposed. You would know that wagons are not really a thing here in Icewind Dale. Even if you follow the marked paths, it's not like there's roads. There's too much snow.
How do the merchants carry their gear then?
Multiple animals. So you could potentially rent out another animal, but you know that's not going to be cheap.
And also probably not comfortable to wrap and tie around a person on an animal.
The Sephek
I don't
Kaltro
think
is
so.
not going to be comfortable in any situation.
He doesn't feel a thing. Like, honestly, you could drag him behind the sled and it wouldn't matter.
I was thinking the animal itself would be uncomfortable, not him.
Oh,
So
like,
I think
yeah.
I think the first thing Clay would do would be try to find chains.
Yeah,
Yes.
you find them.
Don't want him to break it.
To,
You essentially, you have him restrained. You are pretty sure he's not going to break out.
Now, how do we teach kobolds to ride a mount?
I screwed
Animal
up.
handling check.
Animal handling, let's go.
All right. Clay is going to try to find a second large animal to help them carry everything.
I have proficiency in animal handling too.
Wait. Okay. Are we renting another axe beak? That's what's happening?
How much is it going to be?
Please hold.
Clay's looking for something that could potentially carry up to 2 kobolds.
Sojourn's money was
You have
dispersed to the rest of the
4.
party.
What are you going to do with the other
We have
two?
we have an axe beak already.
Rhapsody, as of right now, effectively has no money, by the way, so they cannot pitch in.
Oh,
I
why?
think Clay is the richest of the group.
I actually
Oh.
have your money.
Yes, yeah.
I actually have your money that was for Sojourn. I can
50
give
gold
You...
for an
It's
axe
gonna
beak.
take 50.
You just buy it.
Uh,
You can't rent it.
How many kobolds could an axe beak carry? Oh,
Hold on.
I think the goal I had was about 50, so I don't mind not being used at all.
I don't know if this is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
You would know that the other main way to drag shit around
Is it sled dogs?
It is sled dogs, and you have a friend with sled dogs in Targos.
True.
Clay is thinking
Yo!
about potentially getting 4 dogs for the kobolds to ride on.
A sled dog is 50 gold pieces.
Ooh. Clay could
What?
afford 1 sled dog.
And a sled costs 20 gold.
As much as
So,
an axe
God.
beak?
We have a sled.
yeah, you
Yeah.
have 1 sled.
Yeah, you've got my old sled.
Yep.
Can we... Okay, so to get to Targos, how long will it take us?
I can tell you that. Hold on.
I'm also
4
leading
hours.
us through... I'm leading us through further terrain. If it's 4 hours, go to Targos. I'm gonna say this to the group. How about we go to Targos, we find our friend who has sled dogs, and in
Oh,
order to
that sounds like
transport
a
this one, we drag him behind with chains. He won't feel it.
And I can teach the kobolds to ride the dogs.
They could technically
Play.
ride the dogs.
Clay, you are so precious.
Mhm.
Okay. What's the
I-
plan?
I like all of this.
I want to hide the kobolds. I don't care if our quarry is on there, because we are... If anybody looks at us, it's very obvious that we're either adventurers or bounty hunters, and adventurers are kind of a foolish thing in this area, so...
And
Okay.
people may not be thrilled with seeing bounty hunters.
All right. So Sephek Kaltro's walking. Y'all are dragging chain. Kobolds are hidden. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So it's about noon now. So if you leave
Yep.
now, you'll get to Targos around 4 p.m. if there's no problems along the way.
There may be problems.
There
on
will
the way.
never be problems.
hold on,
How
let me-
how could there be problems?
Let me look at the
That may be
cards
okay.
y'all drew.
Wait,
Nah.
what
I
if we
haven't
take away
gotten
all of
any
zombies'
my cards yet? I haven't gotten any of my
would-
cards yet. It's
We would
scary.
still have all of 8 of your cards, V.
Yeah, but they're all good. I took all the
Okay.
good cards.
Okay. If that's the case, then I am fine to set pace and have us set off.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll me a
I will
survival check.
say, if our friendly neighborhood Caltrops wakes up, I can just immediately stun him into
Brain blast them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survival check. I have advantage on this one, which
Yes.
is good. Yeah, okay, 13.
Okay. 13. You make pretty good pace. Today it is relatively clear. You see no sign of storm pressing on in the horizon. And you get the sense that it'll take about 5 hours to get to Targos. You have minimal resistance with Sephek Kaltro in tow. The kobolds, however, seem to be restless. Clay, you can see that they are extremely excited to be out on an adventure with you, and they keep threatening to wander off.
Clay is going to. We have a tent, right?
Yes.
We do. We actually have 2 of them.
Clay's going to take out one of the tents and tell them each to hold a corner and hold it above their heads to block out sun and also make it so that they're all stuck together and easy to see.
Oh, damn. This works perfectly because they don't like the sunlight. Yeah, so they do kind of make this whole journey a little slower as they are precariously balancing and sharing the load of a tent behind you. So we'll say it's going to take about 6 hours now. But essentially, you make to Targos right before evening.
Nice.
As you get to Targos,
A snow dragon appears.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Bam, I've come for you."
it is so funny you say that.
What the
I'm very good at manifesting things.
Could you not?
I just want to sit here and enjoy my cookie.
But the dragon wants to enjoy you in its stomach.
No.
I want y'all to
Yay.
remember this moment when Vertigo said that. It's not going to be relevant today, but it's so funny that he said that.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no.
We won't remember it. Got it.
I'll remember it.
We will.
Sorry, trying to find the map. There it is.
Note to attribute as much more fire damage as I can.
There are a few moments where, along the way, where Sephek Kaltro is proving to be a little difficult, but it's nothing that the group of you can't handle. You begin to make your way into Targos, and just as a reminder of what Targos is like, it is
Yes, I remember.
this map. You see that Targos is encircled by a wooden wall. It is unlike Bryn Shander, where it has this elaborate, strong stone wall, but you know that Targos is defensible enough. There is a safe harbor for the town's boats, and you can see that people are dragging rowboats across the ice towards Mare Dualden, the lake nearby. This is the town where you had met the couple and saved one of them. Garrett had gone missing at Kelvin's cairn, and you reunited him with Keegan, his husband, with the help of Boy, a husky that belongs to Garrett. As you make your way into Targos here at evening time, you see that the town is quite sleepy. People eye you precariously as you make your way through the wooden walls of this town. They're looking at your cart. Sorry, your sled. You can tell that there is some envy. Perhaps they think it's food. Perhaps they think it's some kind of treasure. One of them knots their eyebrows as they swear they see the tarp moving just a little bit. Something must be alive underneath it. And there are a few pointed stares as they watch you drag Sephek Kaltro behind you. He is conscious, but he's basically just being pulled by you guys. He isn't really putting up a fight, and he just sneers at them. You have a couple of choices of where you could possibly go here. Do you want to make something longer of a pit stop? Do you want to head out throughout the night? It is getting dark right now. And to get to Bremen will take about, with your entire party in tow, 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, it's dangerous to do this tonight. On one hand, like Ine is like, on one hand, I don't want to endanger Targos by having Sephek potentially escape. I also don't want to endanger the people we've saved when we go to ask them for help. But I do think that we need to rest here. Even if it's just camping, like, inside city borders or something. It's gonna be cold if we do that, but yeah.
Yes. So, do you think that we should rest first, then ask, or ask, then rest?
Rest, then ask. Also, while Ina's doing this, it's all telepathically because Sephek is right there, and I do not want to. I do not want him to overhear any of this. And so Ina is saying, like, back to Bam in this. I think that if we were to ask now, it would give up where we're going. And I don't want this one here to know this, just in case.
That's fair. That makes a
We'll
lot of sense.
also need to take watches. So
Oh, I suspected so. Yeah.
yeah, you need some good rest because you are in bad shape.
Why are you looking at me like I was gonna offer to take first watch or something?
I just get that feeling that you are going to offer. You should go sleep.
Okay,
I
fine.
will take both my watch and yours.
Are you one of those people who doesn't need to sleep? I look at everybody like slightly sheepishly when I say that because I'm not actually an elf.
Not quite, but I'll make do.
You sure you'll be fine?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe you.
At this point, yeah.
Ina is just like walking towards the Luskan Arms at this point. It's just like, I am tired.
You begin to make your way towards the Luskan Arms, and you remember that this place is it's owned by a quiet man by the name of Owen. And was it here that you met the ice skater? Hold on. Yeah,
I can't
Steve.
remember. Yeah.
The fisherman's semi-professional ice skater.
Yes.
Yes.
Ina's going to walk towards the Luskan Arms, and since it's just starting to get evening, I'm assuming like the owner is going to just be around.
Yeah, in fact, you see that the night crowd has rolled in, essentially people who are coming for dinner and drinks to try to stave off the cold are piling in. So
Yeah.
the Luskan Arms is busy right now.
Yeah, she pulls out a gold, like she palms a gold coin, tries to find the owner, and just like slides it across the, like, I'm assuming the counter of the bar, and just says, "For discretion."
You see he inhales a breath and his eyes slide over to one of the larger tables here in the Luskan Arms, and you see that the nicest chair, the nicest seat, which is cushioned, is currently occupied by the speaker. You would remember Nerth Maxil Danar,
Yep,
who
I remember
is
him.
the speaker that resides in the largest room in the inn here. And he doesn't seem to have noticed y'all, but you can tell that there's some apprehension between them and the owner. Owen turns the coin over, looking at it with great temptation. Can you roll me a persuasion check?
I'm gonna drop another one on top
With advantage.
of it. Persuasion. With advantage, that is a 19.
Hey, yeah.
He takes the 2 gold coins, make sure you mark them off your character sheet, and he says, "My discretion, yes. Don't let this get back to me." And he
Don't
slides
worry.
you...
Just need to sleep.
He slides you 2 keys. One room's around the back, the other's upstairs.
Thanks. I take both keys and I'm gonna like try and just walk out without being noticed by the speaker.
You can tell that one of the rooms is more of like a repurposed closet. You get the sense that like this is a room for people who want to, you know, not have prying eyes and maybe like, you know, meet with someone in the middle of the night that they're not supposed to. You probably don't want to sleep on that bed, just saying. But it does have a shadowed entrance towards the back, and it's out of the public street.
Yeah. How far away would you say the others are if I went to the Luskan Arms?
I would just assume that they are probably like in an alleyway nearby.
Okay, I'll talk to them if they're within 60 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do have one room that's in the inn upstairs, like a normal room,
Yep.
and then you have one smaller room around the back.
I'm going to say to them, hey, I got us a room. There's a quiet one. You can throw Sephek in, potentially have the kobolds mill around if you'd like. Try and work something out. I'm going upstairs. If anybody else wants me, they can come find me. And Ina is going to take the upstairs room, but also not care if anybody else wants to go in there. Ina needs sleep.
Have you been shifted into Emmeline, by the way?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm shifted into Emmeline.
Okay.
It's the only I could go for anybody else, but I might bump into them if I do that.
Yeah.
Emmeline is the most likely to be okay in this town.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we have some choices here. We can have y'all join into the downstairs private room or the upstairs room. Where do you sleep for the night?
If Sephek, if the sort of consensus would be to throw Sephek in the more down private room,
Yes.
Rhapsody would absolutely be there as if they were his much larger in stature shadow.
Okay. And assuming the kobolds are also there.
Mm-hmm.
I've told the others what room I'm in. Probably
Okay.
whatever room number.
Bam, do you want to sleep in the normal room or the private room? You are badly hurt.
Yeah. Actually, no.
Rest.
Ina would
In a good
insist that you take the good bed.
Yeah, I'll take the good bed.
Okay. And then we can figure out Clay later.
Yeah.
So you can all have the benefits of a long rest as
Yay!
you take your shifts with watching and passing the night.
I am now healthy again.
Woo. Yay.
For now.
I have my spell slots back. Yay.
I didn't use any of them.
I was out of spell slots.
Oh, were you? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was fully out of them from ensnaring and dissonant whispers.
So
I
as
was just
night
close to using one.
passes for each one of you, you find varying degrees of restfulness in the darkness of the night. Rhapsody, you have a good dream tonight, despite everything that happened. What happened in your dream?
Rhapsody is at a table. And there are multiple seats. The one to the right of them sits Sojourn. The one to the left sits their other closest friend, Epiphany. And the people in the other seats are the others that now inhabit their mind with Rhapsody's mind, rather. And they're all sitting together, laughing, enjoying each other's company. It was a time where Rhapsody was much more jovial and had not faded into the hard and pragmatic personality they now could display.
So you see a vision of this moment in your sleep, and it washes you over in comfort, and you find a good rest. You look out a window in this vision. You see it is dark, almost snowing. And between the thick snowflakes that pitter-patter against the pane, you see a brilliant star, and it cascades across the sky. What would Rhapsody be wishing for right now?
For reference, this would not be Sephek Kaltro, this would not be Oral, this would be the person or people that left Sojourn on the side of the road riddled with arrows where Clay found them. And Rhapsody absolutely wants to find the fucker that killed the person they love so much, effectively.
As you think of that terrible moment and what could have come from it, and those who are responsible, just rings with certain clarity. Can't really put your finger on it. And just as quickly as the star passes the sky, you resume this merriment with company you enjoy. And the rest of the night passes you peacefully. Clay,
Yep.
you have a terrible nightmare.
Oh.
So we have taken 2 rooms in the Luskin Arms. We have an upstairs room, which is public, just your average normal room at an inn. And then we have a room of discretion, which is downstairs around the back. Definitely don't sleep on the bed. It's definitely where people elope. Which room would you have preferred?
Which one is the prisoner in?
The downstairs one with the kobolds and Rhapsody.
Clay would be down there.
Okay. You take turns sleeping, and while the efforts go off without any trouble, Clay, you have a terrible nightmare. What do you dream about?
Clay is dreaming about one of the worst points in his life. One of the first adventures he went on that he failed. When he was barely a kid trying to fill his father's giant shoes, he and his sister went out trying to fight monsters. And by the end of the day, only Clay came home.
You wake, startled, trembling, as this nightmare digs deep into your heart, into your feelings, the sensations around you. You have to shake something off in order to move on. You have drawn the Fool card. You lose something, or you choose to let go of something. What is it?
Clay lets go of the sense of failure from that night. That there was nothing he could have done to change the outcome.
Almost as if inhaling and exhaling, the nerves in your body settle. It was just a dream. And you forget all about it. So you go to your shift with the night watch. Ine, you have a very, very, very bad dream.
Oh no.
What do you dream about?
I'm being hunted.
Yeah, you are. Where is it?
Oh,
It's the flames card.
no.
Explain to me what happens with the flames card.
Flames card means something supernatural is hunting you.
Oh, you can say that again. I am in the tundra. I've been running and delirious, and I haven't stopped for days now. I still can't see what's hunting me. I know it's there. I can feel that it's there. And I haven't stopped moving for 3 days now. And I'm tired. And I'm at my limit. And right as I feel like it's behind me, I collapse.
When you collapse, you feel a blizzard at your back. It washes over you like a storm. You feel the snow digging into every crack, every nook and cranny of your clothes that it can. It packs in, and it's heavy. You hear thunder as massive wings unfurl behind you. Do you look behind you?
I rip the snow underneath me and pull myself up. And I do.
As you turn around, go ahead.
I roll onto my back and just look at the thing looming over me.
As you roll onto the flat of your back, you see above you what appears to be like a small cave. These formations are wicked and like teeth as they hang above your face, and you realize quickly that this is not a cave. It is a maw. The maw of some monstrous creature as it towers over you, bathing you in snow and shadow. It turns its massive head, and you see a golden eye, multiple eyelids flicking open as it focuses on you. Its breathing is thunderous, and it shakes you to your core. And all of a sudden, poof, as it crunches its mouth on you, you wake up.
I'm like panicking around the room right now. What time is it?
It's about 3 a.m, and I'll say, bam, you wake up to the sound of Ine panicking in the room.
I am just immediately grabbing like my sword from under the bed.
What's going on? What's going on?
I don't know. I like feel like my chest and my shoulders and stuff. I'm like, okay, it's a dream. It's a dream. It's a dream. I'm gonna go get some air.
Yeah.
You should get some sleep. Like, yeah. I'm gonna just like pick up my like belt with my sword on and stuff and strap it to me and just like walk out the room. and I'm planning on taking the next watch for this.
And then, but right before you leave, you hear Bam say, "If you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me."
I say it in your head, damn right.
Ine, you step
Even-
outside. Go ahead.
Even when I'm scared, I've still got my sense of humor.
You step outside and you see that it is a clear night. There are stars as far as your eyes can see, and you can see very far. A few clouds here and there cast shadows. You can swear you see something in the distance move between them, but you're not quite sure. There is only one thing the beast in your dream could be, and you know it. Anyone would know it. Everyone has heard stories of dragons. And even the night air doesn't give you comfort tonight. And that is where we're going to end our session for tonight.
Not my fault.
Yes! Sorry, when you said golden eye, I don't know if you noticed, but I just kind of went...
I would like to play Counterspell at instant speed on that card, please.
No.
Nah. I like that card was done.
No, I love the narrative of it, but it's scaly.
Yeah.
Yeah, now all of our kobolds will betray us to hang out with a big dragon, and
yeah, I don't blame them, honestly. Live their best
also
life, you know.
maybe I'll go hang out with a big dragon.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. This was another wonderful episode of Rime of the Frostmaiden. We will be back not next week, but the week after, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the next episode. So that is going to be on the 3rd of April. But before we head out for the night, I want to say thank you so much to all of our Patreons. Thank you so much for all of the card draws today, everyone.
Yes.
Oh my god, we were able to tell such a cool story today because of those cards. So thank you
Y'all
so
are
much.
awesome in the chat.
Thank you. Before we head out, we're gonna do our outros. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and what your favorite part with today's episode was. And we'll start with Zombie.
Me? Okay. Hello! I am Jacob, I'm Zombie IMZ. What is your name said to call me? I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips, so this will be your own discretion. Today, I played Bam Nash, who's Big Orc Ranger Boy, or Big Orc, dang, I'm getting everything mixed up. Big Orc Wizard Boy. I think my favorite part of tonight was that Clay just basically put his as big as it can be furry foot down and was just like, no, we could do good with this, we could get information with this. And I just think it just kind of kept all of us grounded to where it's like all of us were just ready to just get rid of him because we were just like, okay, he's just never gonna say anything, it's just, this is useless. And Clay's just like, no, it's not useless. If you choose to believe it's useless, yes, but don't choose that. Choose to believe that there's something we can get out of this. And so that was like my favorite, like just keeping everything like hero mindset was nice. You can find me on Twitter at zombiefighter89, and if you go there, there's a pinned tweet with an awesome business card art made by the lovely Lady May. I also have on there a Google sheet of all of the different clips I've done, video edits I've done, promo videos I've done for this for these games and other games in the past from this channel as well. And yeah, and you'll also see me here next week for Go Saltmarsh, because I was in both games. So if you haven't had enough of this, you get next week.
Thank you so much. We'll pop on over to Mathis. You're muted.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I am Mathis. I played Rhapsody today, the new kid, if you will. My favorite thing was definitely getting into the mind of a new character and having everyone react differently to that new character, especially since, as opposed to Lyranus, Rhapsody in a lot of ways is very much an anathema to the way Mathis's brain works. It was kind of not... It was a little challenging for me to say the stuff I was. Let's just put it that way. But IRL, outside of this game, I am currently creating a TTRPG, Until Our Hearts Succumb. It is a post-global EMP situation. I'm definitely looking for people to help write on that and a project partner. So info about that is very sparse right now, but I hope to have that out more soon.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Next, we have Vertigo.
No.
Yes.
Hey, I'm V, Vertigo. I'm a variety game streamer on Twitch. I like to play pretty much whatever I feel like at the time, so there's always a chance it'll be something you haven't seen before. My favorite thing is, as Stella would have said and described, was Sephek's very hot, blazing, sensual eyes.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was just very romantic. Totally didn't influence why I kept him alive at all.
Okay. Clay's like, we can change him. We can fix him.
Look, I didn't say he was like me.
Thanks, B. And last but certainly not least, Melly. Hi.
Hello, it's very late here. I am Melly. I play Ina, any all pronouns, and I'm changeling extraordinaire. My favorite thing today was the just gut-wrenching moral dilemma the group found themselves in. I deliberately took myself out of that because I knew it would be a tie. I wanted it to be a forced decision. So I took myself out of that one because Ina was always going to be a vote to kill.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, y'all don't know how hard it was to not be like, suddenly a cart explodes nearby or something. I was like, no, Stella, let them do the thing. Just let them. They can
It's just
tell a
funny
cool
that,
story
like,
here.
People were appearing and like there were people like starting to come out. We were just like, we don't care. We'll just keep stabbing this guy.
Oh, that was the tension was delicious, and I'm really, really excited that you chose the more difficult choice because it's gonna tell a much cooler story. I think personally. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I'm Stella Luna on Twitch, Stella Luna TV on all their social media. If you want to support the channel, please consider giving us a follow either on Twitch and or YouTube. And yeah, you'll get notifications for when we go live and put up new uploads. So that's going to be it for us. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good night. Bye!